I made $500,000 in 1 year as a 19-year-old from his bedroom with SMMA. And if I can do that by following this exact step-by-step process that I did, then you can make 10, 20, even 30K in 30 days. You can make 5 figures within a month quickly. Yesterday was my birthday. I decided to surprise myself, so I flew out to Marbella, rented this villa, which costs well over millions to buy. The truth is, if you're not making anything more than $10,000 per month right now, you won't be able to take care of your family. You won't even be able to take care of yourself. $10,000 per month is the bare minimum. Bare minimum. If you're not making that type of money, how will you be able to travel? How will you be able to network? How will you be able to become someone and achieve your dreams? Truth is, if you don't make at least 10K per month, you won't be able to. You only need 3 clients. 3 clients to achieve the success that you want and achieve the lifestyle of your dreams. And it's only one thing that's keeping people stuck at what they are right now. And it's that they don't have the right model to actually scale their agency. And in this video, I'm going to explain exactly what you need to achieve more than 10K per month with your SMMA.
I'm going to talk about offer improvements, but not just your typical, improve your offer here and there, but actually make a fucking solid offer where you can charge over 10K basically. So it's a work in progress, but this program is going to be 9K very, very soon, probably Q1 of next year. And our med spa offer is going to be just under 5 figures, so around 9K as well by the end of this year. And a lot of people told me Jackson, you can relate to this. ACOS, you can relate to this as well. How you doing? Because you're in the med spa niche and you guys know these guys can afford to pay 10K up front. They just can't. So how are we even going to be able to sell this, right? The main reason why you want to charge so much is obviously get more money, right? But you have way more money to make a really, really good offer that will actually help them succeed. And it's very, very simple because most people are just running ads, right? And the more money they put into the ads, the more money they're going to get, right? I think that's pretty common sense. You guys can actually make a really, really, really good offer and charge so much and still be able to close it easily. So we did this. I'll run you guys through both offers for the program and for the med spa thing. And then I will basically do Afonso and Jackson's offer and we'll try and maximize it as much as possible. It doesn't mean you have to change it right now because there's just a few things that we're still working on to complete. But basically, the idea is their initial situation, right? Whether in this case, it's, let's say, 0 clients starting your agency, right? Desired situation is 10K per month, 20K per month, 100K per month. Doesn't matter. It's whatever their end goal is. And guess what? You're in the middle. You're the solution, right? The idea is, in order for you to charge so much, you need to solve all of their problems. So the offer, the foundations, client acquisition, sales and closing, service deliveries, scaling and systems, team management and building, and automations. You need to be able to solve everything. And I like doing a mix between done for you and done with you. And I'll explain kind of how we do that. So this is my plan to charge 9K. So far, what we're missing are the ones that are kind of brownish. The rest we have, but can still be improved. So there's a few things that we still need to improve. Murthy, what's up?
Yeah, what's up? 9K for the program or for the agency? Sorry.
Both. The
Okay.
agency is probably going to be 9K sooner than the program.
Okay,
but the idea is the same. I'll explain the program first, and then I'll do an exact same thing for the agency. So
perfect. 9K on a 3 months paid in full. Correct.
Well, for the program, it's going to be 9K for 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
For the agency, 9K for 3 months.
Okay, perfect.
Up front, yeah. So basically, I built step by step everything that we're going to be doing. So first is the foundations. So actually building their offer, calculating it on a logic-based calculator. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the calculator, but
I have.
I don't even. You have, yeah.
Yep.
And a large database of winning offers. So we're currently constructing a database of every single niche, every single winning offer, and how much that offer is currently making the agency per month. And then whenever somebody wants to switch their niche or whenever somebody wants to pick a niche, we will say, okay, or pick a offer, sorry. We say, okay, what niche do you want to do? What's your current goal? And we'll filter the entire database to find winning niches in that niche, winning offers in that niche. And then we're going to start doing a client scenario process plus the 10-week game plan, which for anyone who hasn't got it, trust me, you will be so happy when you get it. It's insane. A couple of you guys have already asked me, like, what is that? Alphonse, I know you applied to my story. That's what it is. And you're all going to get it. So don't worry. And then systems build. We're going to try and have also some sort of database for systems on a niche basis or some way to easily replicate it. Team, we offer virtual assistants, and we just launched the trained closers section as well. And we just need to finish off with the media buyers so you guys can get basically results right off the start. Any questions so far? Okay, so that's the done for you part. Done with you is the consulting section. So all of the frameworks from A to Z, which in a smaller version is acquisition, sales, and service delivery. So modules, live calls, etc. Tools such as the 2 lifetime tools that we offer. And then we're also going to be, this is something that we're launching start of next week, which is an ads database. We're going to have like tons of ads that are just proven to work in any niche. And we're just going to give you service delivery ads right off the start, which then you can implement inside of the coaching calls. And you can also leverage your media buyer to minimize the churn rate when you're starting off. Jackson, I know you struggled with retention with your first few clients. Obviously now it's improved, but it happens, right? But we want to minimize that as much as possible. And then for the ones who are giving or providing booked calls, leads, whatever, you're not providing a full service, right? And that's fine. You don't have to, because we're not currently doing that for the med spas, but we will, which I'll explain. But you're basically doing everything until here, right? They have to do the sales and the delivery, right? You're obviously not going to do service delivery for your clients, right? But you can actually do the sales part for them, right? You can either consult them on how to improve their sales, right? So for example, we have med spas that have done hundreds of calls already, that have closed hundreds of patients. And we have all those calls recorded, which we can then coach other med spas on, and that will improve their close rate. And that's basically including a coaching program inside of your offer, which is insane. It's really, really good, and it's not hard. You can do like 1-2 coaching calls a week, which is only like 2 hours a week, right? And another way is basically what we're doing for med spas. So what we're doing for med spas is, let's just take this exact framework, paste it here, make it smaller. So we are basically on a step-by-step process. We are generating leads, so lead gen. Those leads go to a funnel. They book a call. And this is basically where most agencies stop, right? And here is where you can make your offer actually good, because you cannot charge them more than a couple grand for this. You really can't, right? Your price to value just doesn't make sense if you were to charge 10 grand for this, right? Unless they're a very big client, then obviously, yeah, according to the ad spend. But what you can start doing, that we're going to start doing, and this is going to take our PIF from 6K to 9K by the end of this year, which is offering sales reps. And basically, it's going to be really, really high quality people. It's probably going to cost us like 2K for one sales rep. But here we can guarantee close rate. Yes, Murthy?
With sales reps, you mean an ISA, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
but like a closer, more of a closer than just a caller.
Okay. So that's kind of what my offer is, correct? If you remember what my offer is, of course.
Aren't you doing prepaid appointments?
Yeah, but I have an ISA column, so like a sales rep. So it's kind of it,
Yeah,
correct?
for them to get the prepaid deposit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but this is like to close the client.
Okay, so to get like the actual payment, like let's say it's semaglutide for them to get the 1200.
Exactly.
Shit. Like
So,
over the
ba-
phone
yes,
and before the consultation. Like the
yes.
okay, cool. That's
Or
great.
like a deposit, or it depends, or on a month to month, it depends, right? But
Okay.
basically, we control everything up until here. So I did an average, and this is why we don't offer um, prepaid appointments. I did an average of all of our clients, 350 appointments across the 90 days, 76.33% show rate is our show rate without having prepaid appointments. So, it fucking works. And then the amount of short appointments is 267. And then based on that, 13% close rate is our average client close rate without coaching, by the way, which is an average of 36 closes. And this is basically, they're going to be grossing around 42K. Now, obviously, we know that our costs are between $8 to $10 per booked call. So if they want to spend more than 2,400 ad spend, which they probably will, in case if they can afford 6K up front, they're going to spend more than 2,400 in ad spend, right? Based on that, we can calculate exactly how many appointments we can guarantee them, and we know that we can guarantee a 60% show rate at least. We can guarantee it, right? But the only thing we can't guarantee is the close rate. So they're going to be like, okay, what if we don't close any of these leads? Blah 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 blah, whatever, right? But imagine if you could. And this is basically where the offer improvement comes in, right? Because we all stop here. Or if you want to be more technical, you can even say like, you do like AI follow-ups. Yes, Murthy,
Sorry for asking too many questions, bro. But
you're
I was
good.
seeing like 36 appointments in 3 months. If you think about it, that's not even like that good. But the way you
It's
portray
clients closed.
oh yeah, I know. But like you're saying 36 like in the across the 3 months, correct?
Yeah.
If you think about it, that's not that much, right? But the way you portray it, it's just so good. Like they see the 350, and I'd honestly buy it just because of seeing like 350 appointments. I think that's like the
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a funnel, right? Like you get
yeah,
350 appointments, you're not going to close 350 of them, right?
yeah.
So we show them exactly what our clients are getting.
Hmm.
And with 36 closes, they're grossing 42K.
Yeah. But
And we
I'm
can
just
basically,
scared. Like the results I'm guaranteeing are better than yours. Like I don't know. Like you probably could get like more than that, correct? Like on your
yeah,
new.
yeah. We're according to our thingy, we get around 900 booked calls in 3 months,
Okay.
which adds up to this. But our bottom line guarantee
Okay.
is
I
this.
see. I see.
So we can over deliver, we set the right expectations, we don't
Mhm.
lie to them, etc. Right?
Perfect. Yeah.
But the point is, if you do this, and you don't have to guarantee a close rate straight away. So most of our med spas cannot handle this amount of calls. And this is where the idea came from. And we found an agency that basically has really good callers that can close, that have, closing skills. So we were like, okay, let's offer that as like a separate bonus. We don't charge them extra. We just connect them. And if they want, they can have sales reps call up these appointments for them, right? Because they don't have time. And two clients were actually okay with it. They were like, okay, let's do it. It was 2K a month, to have someone do all your calls for you, no guarantee, no nothing. Now, if we were to basically do this for all the clients and we know that the sales reps are getting a consistent close rate and we train the sales reps as well, then we can say, you're going to get 15% close rate. You're going to get 20% close rate. Doesn't matter, right? And we're taking care of their entire acquisition. Their entire acquisition is done by us. And no agency out there is doing that. Not a single one. I promise you, if you pitch that, Jackson, if you were to pitch that to a med spa, they would be like, "Oh yeah, I've never seen this before." Like, no, 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 no. Yeah, it's expensive, but guess what? You're guaranteeing the most insane results ever.
And how much did you say it would be for the sales rep?
The sales reps that we connected to them are very, very expensive. They're like, I think it's 2K for 50 leads.
For 50 leads?
Yeah, which is absurd. But
So
they do
for
like
900
whole.
appointments, you're paying them fucking like
Nah,
18 grand?
it gets cheaper as you go, but it's like 50 leads that they contact and reach out to like 8 multiple times, and so the whole
Bro,
process is.
that's crazy. 350 appointments then.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. It's
Yeah.
nuts. But then they're gonna be following up with them, right? Like if you have an if and here's the exact difference. If you have a med spa do it, a receptionist, they're gonna call that lead once, and that's it, and that lead's gone, right? And that's why their show rate is so bad, because they don't end up rescheduling them. They don't end up doing anything. If you have someone who's calling them and following up with them and has a whole CRM ready to go and following up with them 8 different days, most of them eventually are going to come back to it, right?
Yeah. Okay, would you recommend doing this with a receptionist as well if you can like kind of train them on the sales as well, give them like a
Yeah,
script
yeah,
and handling all
exactly.
that?
So
'Cause, like,
so
it's
that's what I
too
mentioned here. If you
okay.
can add a coaching program where you have like a course and then you have weekly coaching calls, that'll improve your client's conversion rate, and it'll lower your churn rate because they're
Yeah.
closing more. Even though it's not on you if they close or not. It's
Yeah.
still, if they're not closing, they're not going to continue working with you. And it's as simple as
Yeah.
that,
And
right?
you'd be able to set it up to where like if they're not following what you're telling them, they're not calling like twice a day each
Yeah.
lead, they wouldn't apply for the
Yeah.
guarantee. And
Yeah,
like
so that would be a contingency.
yeah,
But ideally, like this is the end game, bro. Like
yeah, for sure, for sure.
you guarantee
Yeah,
close rate, you guarantee show rate, you guarantee number of appointments. You're literally guaranteeing revenue,
yeah.
right?
I'm starting to realize like booking the appointments and doing everything myself is too time consuming and too tough to scale without like massively cutting into margins.
Exactly.
So
And then you're
this is
not profiting. And then you can't, guess what? You can't hire good quality callers
yeah,
because you don't have the funds for that. And you end up hiring low quality callers, which ends up not getting results, which ends up in refunds, and the whole business doesn't work, right?
mhm,
So if we were to charge $9,000 for this, all our costs are only really things that are our costs are $400 for the media buyer and 2K. It'll probably be around like 2-3K for a really, really good sales rep. And that's a really fucking good profit margin, bro. It's like
You charge
60%.
the media buyer 400 per client. You charge, no, you pay.
Yeah, I mean, it's like this agency, and all they have to do is really just push buttons. Like we already have everything,
Okay.
like in terms of ad templates and stuff, but we just need someone who will set up the ads for us and
Sure.
stuff. But yeah,
And the sales rep, how much will it cost like for the 3 months, let's say?
I'm guessing we haven't hired one
Mhm.
for ourselves, but I'm guessing it'll be like 2 to 3 grand a month for a really, really good one. Like we're talking like a closer here.
I mean,
Like,
like you're saying 6K, so you'll keep like 2K ish in the 3 months, like profit.
no, because we don't cover the cost of the caller.
What do you mean, like the sales rep?
Yeah, we don't cover the cost.
Oh, so that's on their bill.
Yeah, we're just
You're,
gonna
so you're
charge them an
basically,
extra. We're
oh,
gonna we're just gonna mark up the price by like a grand, and we're gonna keep that grand, and they're gonna pay the 2-3K. There's no way we wouldn't profit.
bro, yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. So
Yeah,
you're saying
yeah.
like your expenses will be like a bunch of software and the media buyer, just like only that.
I mean, bro, that's the goal. Like, why would you want your
That's
costs
wild.
to be
Yeah, of
any?
course. That, bro, that's why I
Yeah,
was confused. That's pretty good. But I mean, like, of course, like the
because
type
then
of
the thing is, then they get like an internal sales rep. It's not like on our side or anything like that.
yeah, but that kind of is my question. So the sales rep will help them like with other clients that are not that were not the ones you bring exclusively. Or
I don't know. It's still too early for us to do that,
yeah,
to decide
because
on
like
something like that.
if you do that, like their expenses like on the clinic, like on or the med spa, whatever, will be like huge, bro. I don't know if they'll accept it. So I'm just like wondering, but if you think about it.
Of course, but that's exactly why we can, on the service delivery side,
Mm-hmm.
we control this. We don't control this. If we can control this, then we know exactly, literally exactly how much they're going to make,
Yeah, for sure.
right? So if it's not good, then we have to either get more appointments, improve the close rate. The show
Sure.
rate,
Yeah.
you really cannot change that much. Like you can
Mhm.
improve your systems here and there, but there's not much you can do about it. The only
Sure.
things you can do is this and this. But guess what? Most of us don't control this. And this
For
is how
sure.
you can control it. And basically, you're doing way more than any other agency. You're doing their entire acquisition. All
For
they have to
sure.
do is take patients that they have already closed. That's it.
Yeah.
They don't have to
Yeah.
close. They don't have to. The amount of work that they have to do is very, very little. And the people that you're going to attract by having a way higher ticket offer and a way better offer are people that have multiple locations, that have
Of
multiple
course.
employees, that are making millions a year.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're thinking big. That's good. I was just like, I, I was thinking like a little smaller. I was just thinking like old, like some average like med spa or clinic. Like it's not that like you can show them the numbers and show that you've done that for previous clients, but it's just like I don't think they like those type of clients will just accept the to pay that much, right, for your
Yeah,
fee.
of course not. I mean, I've taken tons of calls and I have
Hmm.
people who are like, "Oh, yeah, that's pretty good." You know, like the pricing seems good. And you have other people saying, "6K? That's ridiculous. I've never seen anybody no 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 no." And guess
Of
what? It's
course,
because they don't have it. They don't
of
have it.
course,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah,
they say
yeah,
it, right?
for sure, makes a lot of sense.
So, yeah, you're gonna have way less clients, but everything's gonna go just way better. You're not gonna have those people saying, because when you have more money, you're less stingy about it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like if you have someone who is in a very, very low amount of ad spend, like they're gonna constantly be on you. They're not gonna let you do anything. They're always gonna be scared, and it's just not a good dynamic. It's not a good relationship to have, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like,
And this is just one example. Like it doesn't have to be that you're doing the whole acquisition, right? You could be helping them with the service delivery. You could be helping them with something else. But as long as you're basically solving all of their problems,
mhm.
that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And
Definitely,
one
I've
thing
seen
that you
some
can
people do
do,
that in agency lab as well,
yeah,
like completely done for you, and it works pretty well. But of course, like it's harder, of course,
yeah, one thing that
just
you
the way
can
it is.
do is use a sheet like this.
Mm-hmm.
This is something we started. We never ended up actually doing it because we switched to a sub niche.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, you can, on all of your sales calls, you can go, for example, instead of objection type, you could say, um, actually, I'm going to make a copy just in case, because I think this is a template.
Sure.
We're going to make a sheet here, offer optimization sheet. I'm going to make it MedSpa related, but, you
Mm-hmm.
know, so let's see. What are they struggling with? Is it lead gen? Is it more booked appointments? Is it show ups? Is it conversions? Is it retention? Is it upsells? Right? And then basically here, you're just gonna, and this is exactly how you're gonna build your fucking 5, 10 figure offer.
Nice.
Um, okay, I think that's accurate. Okay. Basically, let's say you get on a sales call. I'm on a sales call with Jackson right now.
Sure.
I got into the sales call today, which is the 13th, 11/23. Jackson, why did you not buy from me? Like, no, actually, no. Doesn't matter if you bought or not. What is your number one struggle with your med spa right now?
Closing.
Closing more appointments. Okay, let's say that in this scenario, they are getting a ton of bookings, but they're not converting, right? And let's say that there's two problems. One of them is, oh fuck, I didn't. Bear with me. I don't know how to fucking use these, like, my phones. Help me out. Do this.
Command Shift and then arrow down. I use Excel, bro. I don't use this shit.
Oh,
Bro, this is better than Excel.
okay, there you go. It worked. Okay. Let's say problem number one is having them show up. They're getting appointments. None of them are showing up. They're not converting. So it's not working, right? So I gotta change these names here. Let's say you do 50 calls. Out of all the 50 calls, you list all of the problems that every single med spa is getting. Then you know exactly what they're struggling with the most. But honestly, if you can solve all of these problems, that's the best thing. You're solving all of their problems, literally, right? Why would they not pay you versus someone who's only doing this? And you're doing all of that for maybe a little bit more money. Normal agency is charging like 1.5 to 2K for these two. What if you can do all of these and you charge 3K or 4K? Doesn't matter. You can, right? The point is you're going to get the ratio. You're going to know exactly who's closing, whatever. All you need to do is just change this, this, and then this. And then boom, that's your sheet done. I'll put a link in the chat right now for this.
Sure.
But yeah, do quite a bit. But honestly, like just go one by one. Right now, most of you guys are offering these, right? Jackson, I'll use you as an example. You're offering these two, right? Or maybe prepaid appointments, right?
Prepaid.
Prepaid appointments, that solves this problem, right? So you're one more. Offer a sales rep. You offer a sales rep, you solve all these. You offer a follow-up system that keeps the client engaged through SMS, or add them into a Facebook group where they're constantly seeing better improvement of things. You solve this. You add a VA that's constantly promoting upsells for that med spa into the same Facebook group that you have created. You're doing all of these. And then they're stuck with you, because guess what? Who owns the Facebook group? You do. Who owns the VA who does whatever? You do. Who owns the sales rep? You do. And that's what High Level is basically doing with every single person. You have your website on High Level or Wix or whatever, Webflow, you're stuck with them, right? Because you can't take your website out of Webflow and put it into High Level.
Yeah.
It would never allow you to do that.
Unfortunately.
So that's kind of the idea. Get them stuck with you in a good way.
This was smart.
I'll put this one too. Questions?
I do have some, but I already asked a couple of questions. So if anybody has questions, just
ask. If anybody wants to ask, put your hand up, or just interrupt if no one's talking.
Yes. So could you just go back to the last part, like to the sheets, so I can kind of.
Yeah. This one?
The other one you're showing. Yeah, that one exactly. So, yeah, that one exactly. So yeah, in my case, like I'm guaranteeing prepaid appointments as well. So basically what I'm doing is the first three, correct?
Yeah. Obviously, you need to track things, right? I
Mhm.
know that this is my average client stats. We took all of our clients and then we did an average.
Sure.
So I know that my problem with the show rate, even though I'm not doing prepaid appointments, is solved. So I'm good.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, literally 99% of the time, prepaid appointments solve these three problems. Actually,
Perfect.
probably these four.
Yeah, makes sense. So yeah, of course, like I wanna upgrade my offer and I don't know, just like get better. Do you think like I should just like stay at the by solving those for now, or do you think like I should integrate in my offer like the conversion and upsell part? Because it seems like
It's
the
so
analogy
easy
you
to
gave,
do it.
yeah,
It's
the
so
analogy
easy.
you gave about ground level makes a lot of sense. Like a
Think
lot.
about it. All you need to do is create a Facebook group for them, whip up a random, or actually they already have a logo, right?
Mhm.
Every single person that you get from the lead generation, send them an invite to the Facebook group.
Mhm.
And then all you need to do is a couple posts a week of their results, before and afters, client results, whatever, and post upsells. That'll
So
increase the retention with the
yeah.
befores and afters. You can have people from the lead gen and clients that you're basically getting them write reviews inside of this Facebook group,
Yeah.
and that's it. That's literally it. That's literally you solving all of these.
So, and by the way, with the upsell part, you mean like
Upsell
up,
into
up-
different services. Let's say they get
yeah,
Botox.
posting like offers inside the group, correct?
Yeah.
So it kind of would work like you're making ads without actually spending the money on it.
Exactly. That's literally the upsell. Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool.
Once you have acquired someone and you deliver results to that person, it is so much cheaper and so much easier to upsell them than acquiring a new client for the different service.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yes, Jackson,
I'm
what's
just
up?
like thinking in a way like now more of on a sales perspective, like to actually get in touch like with that type of people and actually be able to close them. Because that
Well,
would be
Thomas is building a module on exactly this into the Facebook group. So pretty much he does it's for B2B, but you can do it for B2C as well. He does a free lead magnet, which is ad templates. In order for you to claim them, you have to join a Facebook group. Once they're in the Facebook group, he gives them it, and he's posting client results, every week or whatever. And he's reaching out to those people through the DM saying, "Hey, did you get those ad templates? Did you manage to access them?" And they're gonna say, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And then he continues the conversation, books them in, boom, closed.
okay.
B2C would be the same, just a different framework, but
Okay,
the system is the same.
cool. And
Jackson,
yeah,
what's good?
on a B2C part, you will already like close them. You're just like closing them again. It's the difference, right?
Yeah, which is way easier and cheaper.
Of course. Yeah.
If your
Yes.
cost per acquisition is $400,
Mm,
so our cost per acquisition is $400 to get them a semaglutide patient, right?
yeah.
They've already spent that $400 to acquire a client. If they're happy with the results of the semaglutide program, guess what? They'll buy something else.
Yeah.
Cost per
Without
acquisition.
without they spending like more ad spend and shit. Yeah.
Exactly. And that just makes your offer so much stronger because now
Definitely.
you're getting them way more money. And then once you do that for a long period of time, you will be able to track the results. Hey, based on this many people that we're getting you, your cost per acquisition is going to be $400. But after 3 months on average, 30% of those get sold onto a different program. And now, guess what? You can unlock a new part down here saying upsell estimated revenue based on our previous client results, which is 30%. So 30% of this, so let's say 11, 12 people are converting into a new program.
Mm, I see. That's insane, bro. That's smart.
Yeah. Jackson, you had a question?
Are you getting the client to fully take care of the Facebook group and all that?
Yeah, I had that question too.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. So that's basically done for you versus done with you, right? Done for you is always going to be your money maker, right? You're going to make more money off done for you, but it's going to be more it's going to be harder to scale because it's more work,
Yeah.
right? So that's why people say that coaching programs are so easy to scale, because it's a consultant. It's done with you, right? So it depends what approach you want to take. You can either, I'll give you the sales rep example, right? You can train them and coach them on coaching calls just like this, a couple times a week, and you can scale that really quick. It doesn't take that much work, right? You just have to hop on, answer their questions, present some sales thing or whatever, show them previous calls, et cetera, right? But in order for you to coach them, you do need to have clients who have closed before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you
Okay.
do it done for you, you need to hire a sales rep, you need to train the sales rep, you need to do all that stuff. Manage the
Yeah. Okay.
sales rep, train them consistently, make sure that they're performing. If they don't, it's on you.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna do sales rep yet, but I think I am gonna switch to training the
Yeah,
client or the front desk on how to close because it's just too time
yeah,
consuming for me to do
yeah.
it.
That's exactly what we did. Like the goal is not like do all of this in one go, you know, like slowly improve your product and increase the price as you go. But at the end of the day, you want to have something where you can charge so much, where you're making 5 figures a client.
Yeah. I almost feel like I'm still undercharging, starting to realize with the amount of appointments I'm bringing in for them.
You
So
start
if I,
realizing that once they say, "Oh, this is not when they justify the price, like in the sales call, but in the results, like when they say like when you see that they're making so much more money than they're investing, just
yeah,
bump up the price."
yeah, I'm gonna have to now. Yeah, gonna have to do that for sure.
Telling someone the price is 9K on a call, it's crazy.
And then hearing them say, "Yeah, that works," that's gonna be a different type of feeling.
Bro, boom, just like that, you've closed for the same amount of value as 3 clients on your
Yeah,
normal retainer. One client, done.
for real. Yeah.
What's up?
It's bro, like on the sales rep part, like after Jackson asked that question, I just got like another question out of that. So basically, you're in this case, like you're kind of outsourcing the sales part because you're getting them from an agency, like the sales rep, correct?
We're getting them from an agency. We're not sure. We might just like white label it or we might do it internally. But either way, we are going to get someone who's already trained on
Mm-hmm.
closing for our niche. Like
For sure,
someone
of
who's ready to go. We don't have to do that much work or else it's fucked. Like
course.
imagine training multiple sales reps for each client. Like,
Yeah, that was kind of my question. But like your goal, like let's say on the medium long term, whatever you want to keep with up with this agency or this type of offer, like would be to have them internally, like internally per se, or like have the
yeah.
other agency like
Yeah. So
internal.
similar to how we do the VA hiring for this program,
Mm-hmm.
our closer hiring, it comes from another program. So it would be exactly like that actually. So um, somewhere where they're already trained, already ready to go, already have the skills and you know can most likely deliver.
Mm-hmm.
But then they come work for you internally
Yeah, that seems like the
for
best
the
case.
client or for us. We still haven't decided on that, but
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking because like if they work like for you, the client will need like to pay you instead of paying the sales rep
yeah,
on the
it'll
side.
seem way higher if you say
Yeah,
like
exactly.
if you're charging 9K including that, it sounds way more than 7K plus 2K or 3K
Yeah,
or
of
however
course.
much the sales rep is.
Yeah, of course. So maybe what you can do is just like them being like part of your team, but like portraying like they're not like just that they are the ones hiring it, but if they stop working with you, the sales rep stops working with them as well.
Yeah.
Kind of can do like something like that.
Or you could just upsell the VA, say like it's 3K when it's 2K. You just keep the
Mhm.
difference. They get to keep the VA, but they have to pay you and you pay the VA, and you always will literally always keep 1,000, whether they stop working with you or not. you'll always have 1,000 monthly recurring revenue because once they have a really good sales rep, they're not going to get rid of them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Like, it's just like the sales rep part that still confuses me a bit, but that makes a lot of sense for sure. Like the way you're saying it. So yeah, I think that will be good for you, bro. I'll try to like implement something similar, like try to innovate on the things you said, of course, but seems a pretty good offer. Autistic moments. Yeah.
Who's got questions?
Mm. I don't want to be asking too many questions.
Ask.
Oh, can I share screen?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta allow it first.
There you go.
Thanks. Sure. So like my offer is basically this one. What would you like try to better it like in basic based on like the things you said, like implementation or anything?
Okay,
Because
so
like I'm
first of
solving
all,
the first three problems. Yeah, well,
I would draw it out. I'm a more visual person. If I just wrote my offer down, I wouldn't know how to improve it. So start off by on a lucid chart, on a whiteboard, doesn't matter,
Mhm.
like the client process. So everything that they need to go from, so like first is the lead gen, so getting leads, and then it's a funnel, and then it's calling them, booking them in, getting a prepayment,
Kind of like the
um, show up. Yeah, exactly.
yeah. These
And then
images are
just
mine,
figure
by the way.
figure
Yeah.
out how far you go,
Mhm.
and then basically figure out what the perfect product could be, and then just work your way up there.
Makes a lot of sense.
And there's
So,
many ways to go about it, right? Like, for example, the closing part, you can do a coaching program, you can hire a sales rep. Like, there's many ways you can go about improving your offer. The
sure.
point
So,
is, like, if you start introducing this early, you're already
Mhm.
starting to think how how you can help these med spas improve, or whatever niche you're in, right? For you, it's med spas, and just make your offer way better than any other med spa. We already have people saying like, with our offer alone, which isn't even that great, but people say like, oh, this is different. Like I'm not used to this, and they'll take you more seriously because if they just see that you're somebody who's doing the exact same as somebody else who they've talked to,
of course.
or somebody who they've had a bad experience with,
Mhm.
they're not going to want to work with you. It's like having an ex that cheated on you and had like
Yeah.
many signs of cheating, and then you start
Yeah.
dating someone new and they start doing the same shit, and you're like, oh fuck, it's gonna
Yeah.
happen again,
Yeah. It gotta be like there that pattern interrupts, let's say. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure. So like let's say let's say I implement the actual thing like the sales rep to solve basically I solve the first four problems. There are six that you said. So the other two like
Well, those are problems that we've seen, right? Um,
but
we're offering a different service. Like, actually, no, we're offering the same service, but let's say it's gonna be different for every single service, for every
and
single sub
yours
niche.
is more focused on like telehealth, correct?
Yeah, but like, Jackson, you can touch on this. How do you feel about the difference in the different services? Like, in terms of the ads, like, it's crazy different, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Especially yeah, like I've seen like the way I explain it to my clients and when I'm on calls, the reason I like to do body sculpting the most is because you can target both genders, any age, everybody wants to
Yeah.
lose weight. Whereas when you do like Botox, it cuts the
Mhm.
audience down to like women between 35 and 65 and only women. So you immediately can't hit men. people under 35 aren't going to get it. So like,
And yeah, and
yeah,
how are your results with that new funnel that we built now that you're fully focusing on body sculpting?
it's good for sure. It's good for sure. Just the Arizona client, man,
Yeah,
it's
but that's the same for us. Like it's
people
fine.
flake. Like I
Um,
didn't hit the guarantee for him this month, but he still wants to keep working with me. But
yeah, yeah,
yeah, I have to make a lot of changes with him, just with like fucking hard ass follow ups,
yeah,
aggressive calling, like just got to go
That's
yeah.
hard. But yeah, definitely a game changer with the funnel where they can just book in right away.
mhm,
The point is, like, every single one of these is going to be different.
sure.
Like, you just got to figure it out on your own niche and sub niche. Like, Alphonse, you're doing tutors, but let's say it's math tutors, right? Or let's say it's languages, right? It's going to be different every time. So you need to figure out the exact step by step that your clients are doing for each service. Because, for example, for us, we don't have to call leads. We have chosen a sub niche where we don't have to have an ISA call the leads and book them in, right? So for us, that's already eliminated. We don't have to do that, but we have to compensate in different ways, right? And basically how we compensate is a large volume of booked calls because we're so specialized in one sub niche that we know what works. So yeah, being a specialist will always help you.
Hooters, eh? That's sick. I never heard anybody do that niche.
And that's why he's gonna crush it.
That's sick. Yeah.
Jackson, the thing that you
Yeah,
said made a lot of sense. Like when you said like about the body contouring that you are able to like target both women and men and
Yeah.
more like age range, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But
That's why
how
I'm
is that
sticking to only
like
that. Only
yeah,
body sculpting, like cool sculpting, all that weight loss type stuff, because everybody wants to do it.
yeah,
And
for
for like,
sure.
and to hit the retention and upsell part of this stuff, like I'm just gonna set up email sequence on high level to send out like once a week, pretty
Hmm.
much just create an email campaign. And because like even with all the leads like that I don't close, like over this last month, I've grown both all my clients' email lists by like 200 to 300 people. So if you're just sending emails out with upsells like once or twice a week, you're gonna get a small percentage of people, probably like 1 to 2% that are gonna
Cool. Yeah.
bite on that.
Yeah. My sub niche is kind of like the same thing as yours. Now that I think about it, that was a pretty good analogy, like the women and men, because it's weight loss as well. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And like you said, like that about the emails, and that'll improve things a lot. Imagine with the Facebook.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna set up Facebook group as well. Like just yesterday, I realized how much I got to do follow up. So like I set it up to do like a hardcore follow up for the first 5 days. Then if they
Hmm.
don't answer, I move them to like a longer term follow up. That's like every few days they get a text. Then if they
Hmm.
don't do that, I move them to a new workflow. That's just email campaigns once a week, just with like promos and stuff.
Okay, makes sense. That's solid.
dude.
Yeah,
So my plan was to go and offer them coaching both for the sales aspect of it and the offer. So my plan was I was going to build a new offer with them where instead of them doing, okay, on an hourly basis, the students pay lesson by lesson, I was going to do package deals. So I was going to make it so that they would sell something for 600. So they would get 600 revenue for a package deal, let's say 20 lessons or whatever the fuck it is. But by doing that, straight away, I can basically just sell it and close it automatically for their clients. But I'm only charging them 1K a month plus the ad spend, which I don't think is like, I don't know how much they can afford. I don't know, like for me, of course I want to charge more, but I don't know if they can even afford more than 1,000 a month.
yeah. I mean, that's where you have to scale with them, right? For us, a lot of med spas can't afford 6K upfront, right? So what we do is we offer them a month-to-month basis where they don't have a guarantee. You could do the same at a lower price, and once they see returns, then we reinvest it and start scaling with them. So it doesn't mean that you have to introduce all of these things. All of these things can be upsells too. The sales reps can be upsells. The Facebook group can be an upsell. So it doesn't mean that you have to offer it all in one go. You can, and then you can offer a downsell, which is more affordable towards your niche. where you can slowly introduce these things as they're making money.
All right, makes sense.
Like, for example, people in this program, most of them are starting with organic outreach. Once they close a couple of clients, boom, we start ads, right? We're reinvesting to scale faster.
Do
Yeah.
do you think like for my niche, it makes sense to do the Facebook groups for the retention, the things that you said? Do you think it makes sense or just for
I
them?
think it makes sense. There's so many ways you can do it. It doesn't even matter how you do it, as long as you do it. You can do Facebook groups, you can do email newsletter, you can save their number and do SMS blasts. All of those work, or you can do all of them. We do all of them. And we book meetings through SMS blast. We book meetings through email newsletter. We book meetings through our Discord, which is equivalent to you guys making a Facebook group for your clients. We're making a Facebook group for MedSpas too and starting to do a lead magnet with a Facebook ads training or whatever it's going to end up being in order for them to join, where we're going to basically nurture them.
Sure.
It's going to be rare that you close a client in your first sales call. Most of our closes we find after a few calls, especially if it's a higher ticket. Unless they make a lot of money, then it's not easy. But if you have a great offer that's completely different from other people, they're not going to ghost you because they've never seen that offer before and they can't find it anywhere else. So they're going to be like, even if they go and search for other marketing agencies, they're still going to be like, this guy was way better. And we already get told that, but we want to go so far to where they're like, holy shit, these guys are literally solving everything. It's impossible. The likelihood of them not succeeding working with us has to be so low to where it automatically makes sense in their brain that they have to work with us. There's no other choice. There's no other marketing agency that will be able to basically offer the same type of thing that we can. But obviously it takes time to get there. But
Mm-hmm.
I have one more question.
yeah,
Do you mind if I share again?
go for it.
Thanks for. Yeah, I was showing you like shit. This part right here. So yeah, basically you're telling Afonso about the offer. Like they basically they grow. Like that's what you said. Like the goal is for them to grow with you. So should I be doing like kind of like this package thing and basically start with the ones that can afford this one like on this offer and basically try to basically get them to the better one? Or do you think I should just like go right away to the better one and try to implement like the Facebook group thing and all that stuff to upsell them and just make that like one offer instead of packages? I don't
Ideally, you offer the best thing you have, which is everything together, most expensive thing, your best offer. That's what you offer. If they can't afford it, you downsell them onto this. And
into
you
this.
make the barrier of entry to work with you the lowest possible to where it's still worth it for you to work with them. But the idea is you grow with them long term to where they're able to get to where you want them to be in terms of them paying you X amount per month, right? So if you want to get paid 2K a month for every client or 1,500, which is your highest package, but
No,
they can't
the
afford
highest
that.
package is 2K actually. It's just like
Okay, 2K,
yeah.
right? If they can't afford that, you're lowering your barrier of entry to where they have to pay a setup fee and then the rest of the retainer at the end of the month, right? And if they make money off, they were getting 30 prepaid appointments every month, right? Or after 90 days.
No, it's 30 prepaid appointments every month, but the way I kind of thought about it. It's basically like, let's say on this offer on the right, and that's why I want to explain them. It's basically they now like they pay the setup fee, like the 497, and for the first month they just pay like the second part, that's the 1500 after I deliver them 5 prepaid appointments that should take like a week or so, like a week and a half, and should be enough for them to basically cover what they gotta pay me, like even if they just close 3 out of those 5, you see. And then this is for the first month, and then on the following months they pay me 2K on the second month, third month, fourth month.
Exactly. That's
good.
It's
just to make it easier for them to say yes and to get more money.
Why don't you show the appointments? Why don't you show the price as a monthly price? So put like, I would display it as 2K per month, but only 497 to get started with us now. I would present it as that because it shows that the value versus, the barrier of entry of only 497 to get started right now is going to make them want to buy more. And then for the prepaid appointments, you're doing a 90-day agreement. Why do you not present it as a 90 prepaid appointments guaranteed?
What do you
It
mean?
would just make your front end offer so much better. You would reach out to a Metspa and say, hey, I can get you 90 prepaid appointments guaranteed. And they'd be like, okay, cool. How does it work? Because our 350 appointments is across 90 days because it's a 90-day agreement. So our offer is 350 appointments. Your offer should be 90 prepaid appointments.
So I should like change it right here. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. 30 per month. That's it. That's all you have to explain. It's a 90. You already have it there. That's what I'm saying. 90-day agreement.
So it looks good like this.
No, it looks better as 90.
Yeah, but if I put 90, like one day think like, I don't know, because
What's your ad spend? How much ad spend are you getting them to spend per month for the 90?
3K.
Okay.
Yeah.
So look, Martin, I'll show you mine.
Yeah, that would be great.
Quick win, Jonathan, 9 deals closed
Nice.
in like 2 days. I think that's with one VA, by the way, 9 deals closed. He's getting 4 more. He's doing the cold calling system with the soundboard.
Jeez.
But let me show you mine and why it makes so much sense. Because I could reach out to someone and say, so look, monthly, 2K per month, 90-day plan. Here you just put 90 prepaid appointments in 90 days, 6K up front, and then how much ad spend it is, or your money back, right? And then what you're basically saying is for them to get the guarantee, you can put the guarantee as a month to month, but if you want to get full payment up front, just say you'll get it in 90 days. And they have to pay.
I mean, I could, but it would be harder for them to accept. And at this point,
it would.
Yeah, I just want to like get clients, get money, like scale, and that way it'll be harder to
show it as a 90-day results.
Okay.
You can literally say it's 90 prepaid appointments. When you reach out to someone, they'll be way more interested because they've never heard that before.
Yeah, I actually say that. It's just like on the package stuff, like I was kind of confused.
Show it there and then just say it's 30 guaranteed per month. If we don't get you 30 within the first month, you don't pay. Simple as that.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that like that because if I just deliver them like 28, I want to have like the 3 months as you do, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the 3 months to deliver the 90.
If you get them 28 prepaid appointments, they will continue with you.
Okay. Makes sense.
Very, very likely they will continue.
Yeah. Just because like, let's say like if they are like a Richard or some shit, like if I deliver them if I deliver them the 28, they won't pay like for the first month, like the 1500 or whatever it is. And they'll be like working like a month for nothing, let's say, because that's why I put like after I deliver the 5 prepaid appointments, because it covers the first month expenses, like for everything. And yeah, I will get paid like for sure.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
And then another thing we might add on, depends on how much money we make them, but this will probably be increased. The guarantee will probably increase it to like 500. And it's going to just be absurd from then on. 500, 9K up front, and then we want to take commission per client closed.
Oh, okay.
That's literally how you get 10 clients, you're at 100K per month.
Bro, yeah, it's kind of like
Kind of, not really, but
it's kind of like what you're doing with Richard. Then.
yeah, but for 9K up front, not 2K.
Yeah, I see.
But yeah, it's a good deal.
Did you launch the stuff yet already?
I don't know. I'll check.
Yeah, bro, I'm curious.
Yeah. Any last
Yeah.
question before I go? I have to
Um,
get to another call.
Nope.
All right. Did you guys find this helpful?
a lot, bro.
Yeah.
This was a good one.
Yeah, bro. Good call.
All right. What do you guys want to see next week? Anything specific so I can start working on it?
It's like maybe I'd say maybe like you already did like a sales meeting script and stuff, but I think like of course